Hello everyone, this is Som Gaming. Hope you enjoy the content. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Manor Lords in Dunstable. I thought I will start this episode by having a quick walk around the town because it's something we haven't done, I believe, since episode 2. For those who don't know, there is a way to go in third person in Manor Lords and just explore your village, which I think it's great. I think it adds that extra little detail, especially for people like myself who just like to kind of take a step back and just appreciate what they have built. It might not be the best feature for anyone who is rushing and wants to build everything as soon as possible, but for me, it's amazing. So yeah, look at the details of this game. I mean, it just doesn't stop to surprise me. It's incredible. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go down the main path, the main road, if you like. And this is where we see our market. And then this is where we see our first two plots that have been upgraded. We see a lady carrying a spear for some reason. And then this is the church. Yeah, we keep on going. It's a beautiful day at Dunstable, although winter is approaching. It's a beautiful day, no rain, and yeah, you can see kind of the autumn colors of the trees in the background, which is always like a great vibe, at least for me. And then this is where we had our wood industry, chopping industry, and then down here, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we're heading into the manor, which you can see there smoking away. Alright. Oh, that's a lady with a bow and arrows. Oh, look at here. You can see the people's cabbages and stuff. I wonder if you can walk through them. Yeah, you can. Amazing. I guess these are carrots and these are cabbages. Oh man, this is incredible. I think this is an extra detail. I don't think this was in the game when I last played it, like on the previous version. Okay. For those who don't know, by the way, to access that mode, you just go here. Okay, so with that in mind, let's plan what we're doing today. First of all, what did we do last time? Last time we continued to prepare for the raiders, which are now quite close, I would say. They're almost at almost 90 days, so they're almost 90 days away. So that's basically as soon as the winter finishes, I think they will come. What else did we do? We also looked at our fields. I screwed up a bit with the fields. I think I basically started planting this one too late, and I basically hit fallow for this year. So I then changed flax for this one. I was tempted. I was thinking to actually, because wheat is still 100%, I think it would be a waste not to have flax for this year. And I don't want them to have fallow the same year. So what I will do wheat. I will then do fallow while this one does wheat the next year. And then follows the third year. And then the third year we'll go to barley. So for those who don't know, barley will let us make beer. And wheat will let us make bread, which is the first thing we want to achieve. Okay, so while that's going in the background, the other thing we've done is we expanded quite a lot. And you see we already have 3 plots being built. The reason for that is because we need to gather as many people as possible for our army. If I'm not mistaken, a number here corresponds to a family. And I believe we have enough bows. Let me just have a look. No, okay, we're still making bows actually. But bows is something we can keep on making in a way endlessly. So the more bows we make, the more archers we'll have. So I don't know if it's possible, but if we can get to like 20, 25 archers before the raiders, that would be amazing. And then we also got the retinue, which is what we got from our manor. And yeah, so today what are we going to do? Today I've got some stuff planned. I'm not sure which ones we'll achieve until the end, but we'll try to achieve them all. The first thing is, I already spoke about it, I want to add more families so we can get even more archers. I can see we're already building here. Let me switch this. We are already building, currently shown total goods store. No, let's go with this one. So we're building these 3. And we're about to actually get another family, which is great. And I do want to expand more. Maybe here. Maybe I will put a road here. Go around the church. And that's a bit of a weird road. Let's... I think the weird aspect starts from here. But anyway, let's have it go like this. Maybe if we start from the other side. And just join it here. Yeah, that's much better. So then here I can add some more plots. Which would be nice. Okay, I'll let time play. Now, you see we're already in the winter. And that kind of concerns me a bit because we don't have a lot of food. And the lake will start freezing. Yeah, so you see, it will start freezing. We do have the hunt as a backup. Because the hunt has kind of recovered. So what I will do now, I will add 1 person in the hunt. And yeah, it says it's freezing, but it's not frozen. So I think they are still working on it. Let's have a look. For those who don't know, you can click on people and you can see what they're doing. And you have these like splines that just kind of shows you exactly where they are, which is an awesome extra feature, I would say. So I think they're still fishing. Yeah, you can see this guy here busy fishing. But I think soon enough, probably by the end of December, we will lose that. This will be frozen. There is a what are they called? There is a policy, not policy, sorry, a development that we can go for, which allows us to fish in the winter. And I'm actually debating that because I don't know which else would be useful. Because remember, this is like a farming village. So I'm not sure. Allows use of a fallow field as a pasture, improving fertility restoration. Okay. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure whether this would be useful or not. Because I guess, yeah, we also have this one. Enables hunters to skillfully lay traps in the forest, which gives a passive income of... Okay, and then doubles the amount of meat produced by hunters, butchers, and the animal pen. That's also a really good investment. Okay, lowers the amount of damage. Okay, we'll think about those down the line. So now the focus is we want to expand. So let's have a look. We have 10 timber, so plenty of timber to expand. Let's put here and here. Do I want them to face the church or... I guess they could face the church. Kind of follow, but then I want it to be a bit more hectic, if you like, so it's not always as predictable. Let me just start it from here, so we have a bit more space for plots. And I want them to face here. Oh, what it has done here is a bit weird. Okay. What if I started from here? I basically want them to face this way. Okay, and then can add more, really. Okay, maybe we do them this way then. Kind of have like their backyards towards the church. I don't know if that would be strange or not. Or maybe here? Yeah, let's do it this way. Oops, sorry. Let's do it this way. I want to go for 3. And let's drive a road here. Oops. And join the road here. Front of the houses. And just so it's not confusing, let's make this, let's make this very high. And then this high, and then this one's let's leave as medium. I want them to kind of focus on finishing this. We only have 1 builder, so yeah. So that's expanding here. The other thing we can consider, we can also, for those who don't know, you can actually upgrade your your bird gauges, sorry, to have like a little shed or a little house where it allows you to have what's the word? To have like additional people living in it. And we can see the first snow coming in, probably because December is going by. Yeah. How are we doing for firewood? I think we're okay. I'm not concerned about firewood, but we will leave the guy working on it, or the family, I should say, not the guy. The food is what I'm concerned with. Okay. There is fish in this granary. And in this granary there is more fish. The hunter is busy working, I believe. Let's have a look. Yep. What are they waiting? No game in range. No workplace. What do you mean no game in range? There is game here. Okay, there we go. I think that... I don't know why I had to set this up. Yeah, and then sorting out... We'll just basically leave them on fishing until the very last minute, I guess. What I wonder is, I don't think there is a reason to have anyone on the farm, because... Yeah, so I don't think there is a reason to have anyone on the farm in the winter. So I'm just going to take them off, so we have more hands to help with the building. And where else can we get food? The vegetables, I think these are vegetables that can survive the winter, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully that should be fine. Yeah, so I think that would be it with the food. It's a bit risky because we only have 4 months, but let's see. Because especially as we get more and more families, we will struggle. We struggle quite a lot. Okay. The next thing I want to do is I want to stabilize our wood industry. Because why do I say that? Because we keep going up and down with planks, and ideally I want to have always some planks available. I increased the capacity of people working on here, which I think it already shows because we already have quite a lot of timber, and we just built 3 houses. I want to do the same with the saw pit, if I find it. I want to put 2 people on the saw pit, and I want to leave the limit. I'm going to lower it to 6, because 6 allows us to have 3 houses. Amazing, another plot has been built. And yeah, so that's one industry I want to sort out. The second industry was the hunting, which I just want to double check is working. Yep. Yeah, they're hunting. Let's have a look. We caught something. The scenery of it being dragged in the snow. For those who don't know, it's quite again, sorry for saying the same, but it's quite realistic where so this guy has just hunted this. Then as he brings it here, he will then put it here on the I don't know what you call that, on the stand. Then he will clean the hide, because remember, hunting gives us both hide and meat. And then he will chop the meat. Yeah, there you go. So again, the details of this game is next level, man. I just can't get over it. Yeah. Anyway, so that's hunting industry. I want to check, has this already frozen? Yeah, this is already frozen. It's not the best, but at least that means we have 2 families at our disposal, which we can, you know, use as builders, or you can use them somewhere else. So I took one out. I will leave one just so it can transfer stuff to the granary. And I believe where I will move them. I will move them to the warehouse. Why am I moving them to the warehouse? Because here we had a bit of an issue. This, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, what this says, it basically shows you how well, like how well the people in the warehouse supply the market. And before it was red, so now it's yellow, which is better. And then for the granaries, 3, because we have 2 granaries. You could argue that we have too many people on the granaries, and to be honest, eventually this granary will go. But for now, I'm leaving it until I can upgrade this one, and I also want to see the demand we'll have from the farm and so on. What else do we redistribute because it's winter? So I want to redistribute my... let me have a look. We have one here. So by the way, when you press tab, you can see this view, which is quite nice. You can see essentially what people have made, like the demands they have made, how many people are living in it, and so on, which is quite nice. And you can actually see even the progress. What I was thinking the other day is that we only have one well. And I don't know if that matters, but maybe it does. So I mean, it does seem like everyone has water access, so maybe it doesn't really matter. Something tells me that it's probably good to have another well. Yeah, maybe that's something we can... Yeah, we'll consider that in a second. So let's continue redistributing our families. So we have one family to our disposal. Why one? Oh, because we just put someone on the storehouse. I wonder whether I should put another hunter just to secure the food, because we just stopped with the... Yeah, we just stopped with the fish. Or whether I should go with this. That's also an option. Because we have... Next to this large village. I don't know how many levels there are, because the levels basically control how far you can go down the chain. Upholds are good. Then unlocks rye. Crop for field, similar to wheat. Rye can be processed into flour, but it's more resilient and therefore can be grown. Yeah, that doesn't really apply for us because we have really good fertility. It dramatically lowers the amount of damage caused by droughts. I don't know how much damage we get by droughts yet, so I don't know whether this is worth it. And then here we have new building firewood card, a permanent market stall which provides a passive income of firewood as long as the region has enough regional wealth. New building food card, a permanent market stall which provides a passive income of bread as long as the region has enough regional wealth. Okay, interesting. But we produce our own, so these are, to me, these are kind of more things for regions that cannot produce their own thing. Reduces all foreign import tariffs by half. Okay. This is good as well. We don't have wild berries. Apiary. Every region can sustain up to 2 apiaries by default. Placing more will increase the yield. Okay. This is also quite nice. But again, I kind of want to really focus on here, on sheep grazing on the pasture slowly multiply. Grazing on the pastures. Okay. I'm honestly not sure because you cannot take it back. That's the issue. So once you make the decision, that's it. So I'm not sure. I am tempted to go for the fishing thing because there is no other region that will have a rich fish. That was the capacity of all shoal of fish in the region. Additionally, workers are able to cut holes in the ice and use baited hooks to catch fish beneath the frozen surface. Allows for year-round fishing. It is quite useful, I'm not going to lie. Because we don't have a lot of game either. You see, game is already down to 14 out of 20. And before it was 16. Okay. Oh, these are the Bergish 2 plots. What else? So we have one family. Once I get another family, I think I might consider putting one on stone. Because how much stone? We still have quite a bit of stone, but yeah. Because we could upgrade our church at some point, right? Yeah, it needs stone. Oh, it needs tiles. Okay, tiles is not something we have. How do you get tiles again? Let me have a look how you get tiles. I'm not sure. Tiles. tiles. Industry. How do you get tiles? Where is the tile industry? Oh, here. Workers refine clay into roof tiles. Requires fuel to function and is fueled once per month. Okay. Clay is this one, right? Yeah, clay deposit. That's quite a lot of clay, actually. So maybe something we can consider. Cool. What's next? So the next thing I want to aim for before we get to the next to the raiders, I want to try and upgrade these 3. And to upgrade, you need 8 planks and you need 2 logs. So now we have 2 people for our planks. I hope that yeah, I hope that we'll get much more. So we only have 2. Mind you, we're also producing bows. Where is the boiler? Yeah, here. Maybe I leave 10 in reserve, because otherwise they will just keep producing bows. And war bows keep producing until you get to... Can you type? Yeah, you can type. Until you get to 36. And where am I getting the 36? I'm getting the 36 from here. So basically until we have a full militia. For those who don't know how this menu works, I think I explained it on another episode, but I'll do that again. So basically, the first menu, it's kind of the raw material that you use to make this this item. And you just basically tell the house, do not start making bows unless you have that much of the raw material. The production is kind of, it's not the opposite, but it's, yeah, I guess it's the opposite. Is the production limit. It's kind of self-explanatory, but it basically means once you reach 36, then stop, essentially. Don't do anymore. And I explain how I got the 36. So let's continue with this. Let's see how... Yeah, let's see how the wood industry is doing. Now they should be able to produce a lot more. I wonder whether I should assign them this. Because Herman is not needed anymore. I just need to remember to put Herman back afterwards. Who did they assign to? Okay. Alright. Yeah, we'll leave Herman for the farming. That's kind of his specialty. Because now what it means, when if I assign it, it means that, as the name suggests, is dedicated. So they will use him to transport all the logs. Because the way that the saw pit works, they get logs, and then they get logs, I guess, from the warehouse. Yeah, they get logs, and they process them into planks. I just realized something though. I realized that the logs are taken from directly from the logging camp. Waiting, transporting. Yeah, I think that it's taken directly from the logging camp. So maybe I should also consider moving my saw pit here. Maybe. I just don't want to interrupt them now, because to move it it's a mess. I could build another one, I guess. Still in December. Yeah. Well, I'll build another one. And yeah, because moving it will take too long. Not too long, but it will interrupt the industry. I don't really want to interrupt it at the moment. I need to learn these menus a lot more. I just literally go around and just trying to... Yeah, I guess a tree is anything to do with... yeah, free location. Okay. Do you pay... I don't know if you pay maintenance on this game. Like, to maintain the buildings. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, let's put this here. Now there is a couple people in there. Yeah, let's put this as lower priority because we're still building these houses. Okay. And unfortunately, we're kind of a bit stuck here. We just need to wait to survive the winter. Not much left to do. I want to check here. I want to check this, if there is a camp on this side that we could potentially get. I don't see any. No. And here is not our territory. I don't know if it matters, but yeah, it's not our territory. Okay. There was a camp, but I think the Baron must have taken it. Ideally, I would like to get this this area. I need to remember how you contest an area. I'm not too sure yet. Okay, so what's next? Next, I want to spend a bit more time on the manor. The manor was completed last time, and there's a few things that you can do on the manor which we haven't done yet. The first thing you can do is taxes. Now, taxes, it's a bit of a two-edged sword. Is that the expression? Or kind of a curse and a blessing? It's a curse and a blessing because it will, I think the way they work, they constantly give us treasury. I collect basically from my people. But, as you see here, we get minus approval, which is not ideal. So minus 11. As long as we stay above 50, I think we're fine. I'll start with 10 and see how it goes. But if I'm not mistaken, only these guys can pay taxes. Let me see if it says it here. Collected from regional wealth. But, as they say, yeah. The land tax is collected from regional wealth. The higher the percentage taken, the more severe the loss of approval. However, fulfilling residential requirements can lessen the impact of the land tax on approval. Your residents will not forget easily and will carry the negative to approval for several months, so it's advised to tax a small amount more consistently rather than a large one-off sum. Okay. It doesn't say anything about the tithe takes percentage of your surplus and gives it to the church in return for influence. Okay. And it doesn't impact approval. Well, we can't do that yet because unfortunately we have a lot of food. We don't have a lot of food. But if ever we reach a point where the food is good, this it's under control, we can do that. So that's tax. It doesn't say anything about who pays tax. I was under the impression that only... maybe there's... Yeah, okay, sorry. Maybe this level pay... Let's see. Level 2 birch generate 1 regional wealth per family. Okay, yeah. Everyone pays tax. But this one's... if you are level 2, you also pay regional wealth, essentially. So it's kind of like a double whammy. Okay, what else can we do here? I want to have a play with the castle planner, the castle planner, which I think is a relatively new feature. So the castle planner, as you can see, as the name suggests, it lets you build castles and towers and stuff like that. For example, here, provides 10 garrison units and villagers shoot projectiles at approaching enemies. Work in progress. Too far from other modules. Okay, so it has to be close to the other modules. How many? Can you build as many towers as you like? I guess so. Right. Insert wall point, remove wall point. So I'm going to remove the wall for now, because I'm not sure I like what I've done here. Increases maximum retinue size by 12. Limited one by... Oh, this is good. Maybe this is something we should... garrison tower. Increases maximum retinue size by 12. Oh, so then you can have 24. I thought it gives you automatically 12. Okay, so it's not as good. Cosmetic only under rework. I think this used to do something, but now it's, as the name suggests, is reworked, so it's not really doing much. So I'm going to put it, hold to rotate. I'm going to put it here. I think it used to collect the taxes or something. But for now, I'm just going to put it here. Maybe it requires planks. I will build towers though, because towers is something that we don't have. And yeah, so what do? They Provides 10 garrison space. Garrison units and villagers shoot projectiles at approaching enemies. Work in progress. Okay. So maybe this is something we can use for the raid. Who knows? For now, I'm going to build a couple here. I'll build one here. And I'll build another one here. Oh, it increases the area. As you build, it increases it outwards and so on. That's cool. And does it matter which side it is? What is this? This is where they climb on. I guess this needs to be on the inside. Yeah. Okay. And do they need a road? Like, do I need to... No, they don't need a road. Okay. I cannot commit because I don't have the planks for it or the wood. Okay. I need to wait to gather the stuff. Is this built? No, not yet, because I think they're still building the houses. What else do I want to do on my manor? Oh, it can act as a storage as well. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. And two residing families. Yeah, this is this not possible. Okay, these are good. I really want to make use of them. This tithe. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but yeah, it's good. But we need to secure food first. It seems like we're going relatively okay. I mean, December is just about to pass, but we have another 2 months left. But yeah. Oh, it's already gone down. I will need to take them out. Okay. It's time to take a decision. I think I'm going to take... I don't really have any other choice. Because I didn't plan very well. Well, yeah, I didn't plan very well for it, so... We'll just run out of food, so let's do it. And let's put 2 people on fishing. Because, just so you know, because I don't think I explained this when I discovered it earlier. Basically here, I have that a reserve where if it drops to 10 or below, not to hunt. And the reason for that is because if you leave it too low, then you will just eventually lose your hunt. So you just need to wait until it recovers, which it's a realistic aspect. I mean, if you overhunt, then you run out of people. Sorry, of animals. Not hunting people here. Okay, what else can we do in the meantime? I'm going to speed up time a bit. Amazing, a new family. Maybe I set up my clay industry, given that I don't have anything else to do until the winter is past. I'm going to set up the clay industry. So let's have a look at that. So the clay industry is mining, logistics. No, oh wait. Workers mine iron ore from iron deposits, clay from clay deposits, and salt from salt deposits. Oh, okay. So does it need to be on? That's the thing I don't know, whether it needs to be on top. Okay, no, yeah, it does need to be on top. So I can place it here. And I can have... Yeah, I can have like someone here. I'm going to set it... I'll leave it as low and I will set this to medium. And then I will also have a look what's going on here. I'm going to... I don't need stone. I am debating building a warehouse here. Yeah, I will do it. I will build a warehouse here just so it's not that hard to transport things. Like, they don't need to go all the way back. Because here we have the stone, we have the clay, and in the future we will also have the salt. And yeah, so I think building a warehouse here is not a bad idea. Of course, we don't really have the people to sustain all this building yet, but yeah. So this will take some time. I will leave this as medium. I will make this, sorry, let's make this low. Let's make this medium. And let's make this guy as high. Although this is almost done, to be honest. Alright. And we have enough planks to upgrade. So, let's upgrade these two. This one, sorry. We only can upgrade one, unfortunately. Yeah, the planks are slowly picking up, which is great. And once we build this, I'm also going to set up another person in. Actually, I will set up another person here first because I want to get as many logs as possible. People. So yeah, I still don't know where they're taking the logs from. I would have assumed it's from the warehouse, but I don't know. Anyway, once the granary moves, I'm actually going to build some more here. But for now, while it's still there, where else can we build? One thing I didn't realize is I think you cannot build unless you clear the forest. I might be wrong on that, but I think I'm not too sure. Let's put the area there so we can expand here, and then this would be the manor. Around the manor we can have some houses. I think the next place to build is probably here, and here I want to build like a lot of plots. Okay, the last one is a bit awkward, that's the issue. These are big houses. I think 4 will do. Let me do something. They're next to the tannery though. Yeah, maybe what I can do is I can move this slightly. Perhaps. Or I can actually leave that area for maybe a well or something, or a hinging post. And start, yeah, go here, and then go here. And I want 4. Oh, well, you still cannot build. Now, let's do it how it was before. Oh, what is going on here? No. So let's, I think they were facing this way. So let's start by here. If you don't know the way you started, the first kind of thing you combine is where they will face. Like the default facing direction. Yeah, like this. That's not bad. Because they all have their little thing. They don't have an extension, but it's fine. All of them, at least. Okay. Got plenty of timber to worry about that. We're in the middle of January and we're sorting that out. Okay, so this is being built. I'm going to set these as... I will leave them as medium. I'm going to set these as high. So basically this is the next thing I want. Oh, sorry, this is the storehouse. This is high. This I want to be high, or very high, I guess. I want them to build this as fast as possible. This is quite far, but we have a lot of space, so I'm not massively concerned, but yeah. Yeah, you see we're starting to get some treasury, which is great. Because treasury, the other useful thing we can do with it is, in case things go wrong, we can always hire mercenaries just to fight the barbarians or the raiders. So yeah, for the winter I will leave time go fast because there isn't much going on. We're just redistributing people and planning ahead of where we want to construct. We've got a lot more planks coming in, so it's time to... Requirements not met. Oh, because we don't have the second food. So we cannot upgrade. Okay, if we cannot do this, let's do the manor then. I need a bit more. I need a bit more wood. Or timber, I should say. Yeah. I'll wait for one more family at the end of January, and I will assign one more person at the logging camp. Yeah, watch now how we have a lot of planks. Okay, can I upgrade anything else? Yeah, let's upgrade the granary. Let's make this high as well. And the church needs clay. We already saw that before. Praying, okay. What I don't get is whether I'm doing anything wrong here, because I already have goats, but I don't see any production of meat or anything from them, and I don't know why. It's a vegetable garden. This make it goats again. These ones can be goats. Actually, I'm not sure I want that. This is all chicken. This can be goats. This is vegetables. So these, yeah, these two can be goats, and the last two can be vegetables. Or the last one can be vegetables. So goats, goats, and not enough. Okay. Is there anything else we're able to trade while we wait? What can we trade? Stone is not worth the effort. This is not worth the effort. Roof tiles. Flax, wheat. Fish we're already trading, but we need it. I could actually lower it a bit. Meat, we don't have anything. Any. Eggs, vegetables. Yeah, I think it's because we need to wait until the next time for it to arrive. So war bows is something we could set up. I guess we already reached the limit, or maybe not. Let's see. 32. No, we didn't reach the limit yet, so we've got people working on them. Then all of these require tools, which is a bit unfortunate. Maybe I tried to import some tools. Where are the tools? Because I won't have tools for a long time. Okay, I have to take the damage. Yeah. 16. Okay, let's try and import... Yeah, let's import 10. Import 10, sorry. Because tools are basically needed to desire supply. Yeah, we want 10. Allow foreign trade. Allow traveling. Yeah, we do allow that. Is there anything else we could import? Even though we have that much money. Not that much, but let's have a look. Export, sorry, not import, export. They sell for 2, these ones, the planks, so they're not bad. Yeah, funny how we went from, oh yeah, we ran out of sorry, we don't have enough planks to, let's export them. Sausages. But we don't have meat. So what do we have? We have lots of wheat, so we'll probably be able to export bread eventually, and we'll also be able to export ale eventually. Where is ale? Or beer or whatever. If you can export that. I don't know if you can export ale. So much stuff here. I actually don't know if you can export ale. Wooden parts. Wooden parts sell for a lot. We could make some ale here. Okay, but we don't know. And yeah, because we are a farming village, so that's what we specialize in. We could also expand and also become a bee wax or a bee village as well. But yeah. Anyway, with that, I will leave it here. Let me find a nice spot to ponder upon. I will leave it here for this episode. We've done quite a bit, although you can't really progress as much during the winter because a lot of the things are shut down. I expect that because we only have 30 days left, on the next episode we'll finally reach the raid, or the raid will reach us, I should say. We will defend ourselves from it, I hope, but we have backups, so that's okay. And yeah, hope you enjoy this series, this episode. And again, if you are interested on the full series, you can find it on the full on my channel, and I will also link it at the end of this episode. And yeah, if you like what you see, feel free to leave a like, subscribe. Anything that you do really helps me. If not, that's also appreciated. Thank you so much, and yeah, see you soon in the next episode.